What's going on, guys? It's Dennis Alexander here with Dent Bear, and today we're going to be doing an F-150 aluminum door ding. This one's on the right rear door, closer to the front door, right there on the double seam, right? Very difficult dent. So the dent is kind of deep, aluminum with paint transfer. What we're going to do first is remove the paint transfer, heat the panel up, and slowly tool out the deepness of the dent. Take a look, enjoy the video. These are your normal door dings you guys are going to see out in the field, and they're kind of challenging. Let's get going. Okay, F-150 Platinum. So this is our truck. Nice, beautiful day out here today. We have our Milwaukee pack out set. Everything we're going to need to get the game going today. Our hammers and knockdowns in there, our light, and of course, let's show you the ding without the light. You know, a very simple door ding. Well, not a simple door ding. It's actually sharp, but a door ding nonetheless. I mean, we're looking at it head on, and you can see how deep that dent is, and actually how large it is. It's probably about 2.5 to 3 inches in length, or diameter, I should say. I mean, obviously that sucker's deep. And what makes this dent challenging is the fact that it's not that it's deep, or not the fact that it's aluminum, but the fact that it's right there on the edge of the door on this side. If it was over here, it'd be perfect. Why? Because I can take the interior trim panel out and work it from the inside, open my door up like this. Let's say the dent was here. I can just go in here from this side, take the trim panel out, stick my hand in there and work with the tool and be able to see what I'm doing. But since it's up here, I can't really see what I'm doing because the door's so long. That's why I hate these dents. Anything close to this edge, I really don't like. So you got a deep dent on aluminum near this edge. I'm going to go through the top and attempt it first because I can really see. I'll show you. Let's put the light over. Because I can really see the bottom of the dent. I can see it pretty easily, actually. So that's a good thing. And I can work at an angle and still be able to see the dent. So that's what makes these door dings challenging, is the fact that they're close to this edge. Here's our dent. We're going to go straight through the top. Got our trusty wedge. Trusty stainless steel felt back covered. Thing's a beast. You can get it for $50 from A1 Tools. Nice little wedge from Dentcraft. Spread the panel out. Now we can get access to our tool down there. Oh yeah, that's gonna look beautiful. Let's show you what. All right, we're gonna stick our flashlight down there and see what we have. Okay, no flashlight. With a flashlight. You can see right there the NVH with the intrusion beam right there in the middle. And then right there in the back, I'll zoom in. There it is. That's the edge of the inside of the door shell. There's the intrusion beam, and then that pinkish color is your NVH. Keeps the panel from fluttering when it's driving down the road. So we got to get in between this section right there with the tool. And that's what we're going to do. So you got pretty good access in there. PDR Finesse part number you want. Go for it. Not gonna work. Kind of figured it wouldn't. Okay, we're gonna go with the 3/4 inch wheel tail. See if we can go through here and get it. Okay, we're in. Zoom in for you so you can see it. Okay, I'm gonna stop right here and I'm gonna stop right here and heat it up with the torch before I go any further because I do not want to crack this paint. Okay. And then cross check it. This aluminum is very soft. Rubbing compound. Get that paint transfer out of there so we can see what we're doing. I recommend you usually do this before you start pushing, but I just got lazy, to be honest with you. Okay, now we can really see what's going on. Let's heat the panel up. Good to go. Zoom in for you. Beautiful. Just like I thought. Beautiful. Stick the tool back in here. Ouch. And now that we got it pretty flat, I'm going to blend out the crowns around the dent. I'm going to go a little further back. Any kind of ridges I see, I'm just going to tap out. I'm going here, get out any kind of micro lows I see. And they're not in the center of the dent, they're kind of on the outside of the dent. Kind of weird. Just back and forth, back and forth. You're going to push the dent in or push it out, tap it back in until it's flush. This is usually what you have to do on these deeper dents. Especially when you're at an awkward angle, it's kind of difficult to really be precise with your pushes, at least for me anyway. Especially down in this area when you got to shove a tool in between a brace and it's really tight. It's very difficult to maneuver that tool and put it exactly where you want. So just be patient with these type of repairs. and I'm going to cross check it. So let me go get my light, my mini light. So this is my Stuckey mini light. It's mobile, and it's usually primarily for held based on the way it's mounted. If you mount it here, you can put it on tops of roofs and hoods and just use it as a hell light. And if you put it on the top here, you can use it as a door light to do it for doing sides. But what I like to do in the middle is cross check from top to bottom like this. So I'll just suction it to the bottom and I'll put it right there. So that way it's balanced. If I put it on the edge over here, it'll tend to want to fall over. So I like it right in the middle. And now I can cross check vertically and I can see a load, almost like a crease that I need to get out. And I'll show you what that looks like. I'll kind of show you both angles. So this is where you're gonna look naturally, and you can see right there the high spots in it and the lows. It's very difficult to see it in person, but this HD camera, it picks it up. Now we're gonna show you cross check. Already, without zooming in, you can see that low right there, that crease. See it? It's right there, it's a little easier to see. Right there. So that's why it's important to cross check, because you can see creased shallows a little bit easier. The crease is kind of going from here to here. You can't see it going this way at all. So that's why it's important to cross check. You're going to look down into the light here, and you're going to look into the light there on this light when you cross check. Again, we're using our long wheel tail. Going in there, and because it fits the best and gives me enough leverage to be able to get the dent out. And I'm looking straight into the light this way. I mean, I can see it much easier than I can this way. That's why it's important to always cross check. And if you can set up multiple lights, do it. Make your life easier. I have 2 mobile lights like this and 4 lights like that. Just pick the combination setup, whatever works best for you. Go with it. If you only have 1 light, you have to move it back and forth. No problem. When you're starting off, you only need 1 light. You don't need 2. But if you got the money, get you 2. I recommend, if you're mobile, get the mini lights. If you have a shop, get a light like that. And if you're mobile and you can easily get a light with a stand in and out very easily, get you one of those. It'll make your job way easier doing bigger dents. Much easier. And this is a great combination, I believe, because you can see deep dents easily with this, and you can move that really far away to get precision dent repairs. High quality dent repairs. There's a very, very tiny low. hot spots? I'm looking into the big light, cross-checking. This is just the fundamentals of dent repair. Okay, so now that we have the dent pretty much as flat as possible, I'm going to sand and polish the area. And I'm going to show you pretty much how we do that. First things first, I'm going to use a little sanding block with our 2000 grit sandpaper. You can get this, it's called K2000 green block. It's called Toll Cut, and you can order that from any PDR company. They pretty much sell it. Black Flag, Dead Rat Tabs, Anson. They sell this. It's $40 or $45 for a little box, and then you can get these little square blocks. I'd recommend you get multiple just in case you lose one. So 2000 grit, I'm just going to lightly hit it, a few different angles. And I'm going to kind of show you something. I'm going to wipe it off. You can kind of see the little black spots. Those are still lows. And the parts that are sanded, those are the high spots. So we're going to go through it just a little bit more because I know I'm cleaning up a little bit better without going through the clear coat. And you'll just know that from experience. And if right away you see pokey marks and they're pretty high, you're going to burn through that clear very quickly. This dent was pretty flat, quite flat. So I'm not worried about it burning through the clear. And it's a factory paint job, so the clear's it's great. It's great. So you can see the two little black dots right there in the center. There's a micro lows. We're not even going to worry about that anymore. We've got it pretty flat, and I don't want it to be super flat. I want there to be a little bit of texture left in the clear coat. So we're going to do something with that. So what we're going to use first is the white #1 rubbing compound. And we're going to pair it with a wool pad to get the sand scratches out. Okay. What I like to do is dab it and rub it in. That way it doesn't sling everywhere, the compound. And go slow at first so you don't sling compound everywhere. And the main thing with this wool pad is you want to get those sand scratches out. That's the goal, to get those sand scratches that you created out of the clear. And they're gone. And if you really want to know more about polishing panels and this sort of deal, look up other YouTubers who are very experienced in this. They may be able to give you better insight to these type of polishing. And the second step I'm going to do is use my black finishing pad. And I'm going to use the #2 black rubbing compound or machine polish. It gets swirl marks out. And the swirl marks are created from that wool pad. So that's all it does, is get swirl marks out. And you're going to do the same thing, dab it on there. And just kind of slowly get it started, very slow. Try to keep the area as small as you can. The less amount of surface that we disturb with the machine polish, the better off we're going to be. And the third and final stage I'm going to do is a purple pad. I'm going to pair that with this finishing material. Basically, it removes 3M Trizac scratches, providing a one-step finish on most colors. Trizac is basically like a 3000 grit sandpaper that body shops use, and we don't need to use that. But I'm going to use it on my darker color paints because I really want it to look great. Because you can still kind of see a hint of swirls from the gray polish, and this just gets everything out. It's an amazing product. So each one is between $60 and $75 for the product in the quart size. And for me, they last a little over a year, each one. Maybe even 2 years. I've probably had them over 2 years, yeah. Good morning. Yes, ma'am. And then the last thing I do is spray my anti-static polish cleaner on here to get off any kind of residue. And fingerprints or grease marks or sweat marks from when I was touching the panel. I'll also do the chrome moldings as well because my hands and arms are touching that and sweating all over it. Same thing with door handles. No, I'm not a detailer. So if you're a detailer and I'm making mistakes, that looks really good. That's amazing. So let's take a look at this guy. Go ahead and zoom in on it right there. You can't even really see it. It's gone. And that's how we do it. Door ding removed. All right, guys, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed this video or you know someone who may benefit from this video, go ahead and share this video, copy the link and send it to them. Maybe they can learn something. That's the best way to help me, is to share, support, like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. As always, have a great day.